Hello everybody, this is the Male Pale Team, and I want to come to you here again with another quick tips video. This time I want to talk about shields. There's different ways to lay the shields in this game, and there's a way that you may not have thought, and that is you can actually place them on the side of buildings. And this can be very useful when you're dealing with wasps or drones, and certain missions as well where you really need to block off a little area for your group and just stay protected, because you can place one above you and then one on the sides of you as well, and you can have complete protection pretty much, and that can be very useful. As far as laying them on walls, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to lay them. The best thing I've found for as far as consistency is if you jump straight up and then move to the left or right and then place it, it seems like it always does it for me. Whereas if you just jump straight up and do it, it seems like sometimes it'll fall through the ground, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it has something to do with your body blocking the shield, and if you're moving to the left or right, it'll keep you from the game from thinking that there's something there. But anyway, that's something that I've found that really is helpful for placing them on surfaces, because sometimes they'll just do that, where they'll just go to the ground. But you just have to play with it a little bit and test out some certain surfaces. Like for example, this wall over here, I can't seem to get them to place on the wall at all, no matter what I try. They always just go right through. Actually, there we go. But that was on the window, I think, maybe partly why. This particular surface, I can't seem to get it to lay on there. But anyway, that can be very useful in certain missions. Also, I also want to say something as far as the electromagnetic prison. I would argue is probably the best shield in the game, even on Inferno, because it's level 56, but each one of these shields, and there's 3 of them, does 24,000 health. And the electromagnetic wall is only 100,000 health, so it's very close in health-wise, but the difference is it reloads in 10 seconds, which is ridiculous. Because if you're reloading for 30 or 40 seconds, you're out of the fight for that long, even 20 seconds, it feels like you're not doing anything, and you could be, more useful during that time. So I really like these prisons. One thing I noticed though with the prison is sometimes it seems like they will go down faster than they should, and the reason I'm thinking why it does this is because it's such a huge shield. As you can see, let me lay it down a little bit more in the middle. You can see how huge this thing is, that's why I love it, because it's so useful. Because look at that, you have so much you can do with this shield, and it's so unique in the way that it lays. But the reason I think it goes down so fast is because it has so much surface area for it to get hit. So therefore, if you have at all possible a way to place the shield into a building or into a mountain or something like that to where it'll take less damage, that I recommend doing that with this particular shield. So say you put it in here, these buildings are blocking a lot of the shield, so they won't be getting hit as much, they won't go down as fast, and you can still utilize this shield wherever you want to. But there's something to think about. But I definitely recommend you trying the shield out, because it's amazing, and especially on hardest, it's so broken, it's so strong. And one last thing I would like to address with shields is, whenever you're laying down shields, I highly recommend you doing a pattern something like this. Actually, I gotta reload these bunkers. But the most useful way to do it is to make, obviously the smallest area for the enemies to be able to shoot through. And the best way to do that is just to lay them down every 1 meter or so. So you can make a little bit of little gap in between, like this. You place one down, walk a little bit, place one down, and see, when you're inside this little gap here, there's so little space that the enemies can actually hit you with. So I really recommend this formation if you're trying to make a shield, rather than trying to make a circle around yourself, because there's so much more area they can shoot you with. But these are very, very good. I do like the Absolute Bunker. They are definitely very, very strong. But it really depends on the mission. Like if you need a lot of area to cover, vehicles, or to cover a larger area, then I like the prison. But if you're covering a small area and you need something that's close to you, then the Absolute Bunkers, of course, are better. So yeah, just something to mess around with, something to give a try. It's very fun, and you can find a lot of unique ways to place shields on walls. And of course, this one's not going to work very well on walls, but you know, the other ones have a lot more options to mess with. But yeah, just something to give a try. Thanks for watching.